Well, speaking of Borderlands, little non-Nintendo stuff, PS State of Play. Uh,
Yes.
we got a lot of big things coming up for that. Things I don't really care as much about, like The Last of Us Part 2. I'm just going to get that out of the way. That's the big headline.
Didn't play the first one.
I didn't play. I mean, I have it. I didn't play through all of it. I'm somewhat interested. Obviously, like fans of The Walking Dead. That's around when it came out. So they got a lot of people hooked with that. It was like the last hoorah for the zombie era. I feel that lasted for like 10 years. It felt like so.
Longer than that.
We'll see what this is like. I will be happy if it does well because it's a Sony exclusive, and I'm more partial to Sony. He's more partial to Nintendo. As weird as it is, but I think this is good. I think this does Sony well, and I mean it's good that they're coming out swinging with this. Release date we're looking at February 21st, 2020. Naughty Dog, big fan of Crash. Oh, dude,
Yeah, Crash
I forgot to
Racing.
grab the Crash figure.
The Crash figurine.
Dang.
We'll cut it and just have him up there.
Well, yeah, we'll paste him in. Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole time. Longer than people expected, but this is like the first. I don't know if this is the first real announcement, but Last of Us came out in 2015. I guess it is kind of long. Yeah, 5 years or so.
Yeah. I mean, there was a pretty big following, so if you're into it, then I'm sure that is a long time for you.
A little bit of the other stuff we saw: Humanity, mass
Yeah.
genocide based
Interesting.
game. I'm interested in that. It's kind of like a weird trip you take. What was the other one? Wadham. That looked interesting. That looked very zany all over the place.
For sure.
It looked weird enough for us to be interested. That might be an AC feature
Yeah, just
in one of our intros.
A little bit of immature side to us, just because it does seem like a kid's game.
We
but-
saw some innate things in that trailer there.
Innate.
Some very appalling figures. Next, okay, yeah, that's from the creators of Katamari Damacy, so that's a kind of weird game too. I don't know if you ever played that. You pretty much like roll a big ball, like you roll. So like the whole environment, like a tree, a trash can, you all rolled up like people, like the whole world. You got all the resources. You ball them up into a big ball to like satisfy your dad or something that's a king. It's really crazy.
Interesting.
That's going to be a future AC playthrough because I don't even have the game yet. I played a little bit of them. There's one on the there's one on iPhone. I know that, and Android. So I don't know how good those are. I think I'd rather just get a better one. But Modern Warfare, another one coming out. Same release date, November 6th or something.
It was,
I don't know if it's a Modern Warfare reboot or not. I think it's.
Yeah.
I think they're starting to milk the cow a little bit.
Modern Warfare remake.
September 12th.
Remaster.
Huh? That's different. Is that the beta?
Yeah, I think I saw November.
October
as well.
25th. That's early. That's
yeah,
not their
than
standard
regular
release
Call of Duty.
dates.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Good thing we checked that. Trailer looks good. Obviously, they want to go for the graphics. I mean, whatever. Shown off at Gamescom originally. Return to Captain Price. Pretty cool. Got a couple nice big cameos, people. You got Barry Sloan, Colonel Kurtz from Apocalypse Now.
I didn't see a bunch of gameplay, but I
So
definitely
apparently-
saw some of the cutscenes there. It looked pretty good.
This is following Infinity Warfare pretty much. So there's a big lore around Modern Warfare, I guess, now. Kind of like
Oh,
Black
it's
Ops.
following it?
Well,
Or just-
big lore, like story.
Okay. Interesting.
Criticized for its inclusion of white phosphorus as a gameplay mechanic in the multiplayer. Use of white phosphorus is heavily regulated by international law. Provisions of Geneva Convention prohibit the use of incendiary weapons against or near civilian. Just Wikipedia. That's kind of strange. I think it's a video game. Okay, why have a controversy about everything in video game?
Well,
Go
yeah.
back to Modern Warfare 2 at the. How does this compare to the
Mass
Russian
shooting.
airport?
Yeah.
Come
the
on.
Airport.
Like, think about the priorities here. I think this will be fine. You know, it'll satisfy. Over the years, I've kind of grown to appreciate Call of Duty a little bit, just because it's not huge in the spotlight anymore. I mean, we
Yeah,
got
I mean,
some other
I
stuff
did like
featured.
it even in the spotlight. I started off with Modern Warfare 2, and I heavily enjoyed that, and Black Ops 2. I don't know. I just like this for sure.
Yeah.
FPS, I mean, it's fun.
maybe we'll get someone to recommend us the game. Maybe a gift on Steam. No, I don't know.
You
I'm
said you
joking.
might get this one coming out?
Yeah, I might get it. That's the whole thing. Like, I'm joking. I'm trying to avoid ways to play, but I have PS Plus right now, so if I carry it into when it comes out, and if it's actually good, and if there's any other games that I might want that aren't out, because like this is another game I didn't really think about getting very much, and this is another big hitter AAA game. There's a lot of stuff coming out, so I just want to see how well these things do. Again, announced Death Stranding. It's been announced a lot. It's been a little bit delayed. They really want to. I know Kojima wants to take his time and perfect it. He's come under a little bit of criticism recently for how long he takes on stuff, and how he credits himself for a lot of the stuff. It's like, oh, is he the only one doing it? Well, no. I think he has a team. I think he's really dedicated. I think his stories do take too long in some aspects, but this is coming out November 8th. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Wow, it's really sneaking up on us.
Yeah, all this stuff's coming quick. We're almost to the end of the year.
Yeah, it really wasn't delayed that much, was it? Yeah, I'm getting a lot of hype for this. So there's a PS4 bundle here. You got a nice white finish PS4, Death Stranding in the middle. Really cool looking design, handprint on it, and then a controller, a kind of translucent yellow DualShock, which I have not seen one of those before.
Oh, it's coming with the controller?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's weird. That's cool.
Yeah, I saw the pattern. It looked pretty cool.
It's creators of same creators. Yoji Shinkawa, who's also the artist. He was that for Metal Gear Solid and Zone of the Enders. I don't know if he was for Boktai, but that's a lot of his other projects, a lot of esteemed, famed ones, and obviously his impact in the 32 years, however long he's been in the game industry. I think hopefully something like this, how crazy it is, kind of culminates. Well, I hope he's not done after this, but I hope this kind of reminds people of how great his stuff can be.
Yeah.
Especially if this is exclusive. I actually know it's not exclusive. So that's
really?
good. Everyone will be able to experience this now. Usually he likes to keep his things exclusive.
It's coming out on Xbox too?
It's at least coming out on PC.
Okay.
So, I mean, you're pretty much already there.
Yeah.
It's not... That's all you really need, in my opinion, but...
Yeah, one or the other.
Well, Metal Gear Solid 5 came out on Xbox One, so I don't see why this wouldn't. Where is this coming out?
Well, it was mentioned on the...
No. Oh, it's not. Oh, I thought I saw something on this. Yeah. It's no longer exclusive.
Really?
No longer PS4 exclusive. So that means it's either coming out for PS4, Xbox One, Switch.
Ooh.
Oh my god. I don't know if Switch is not going to be able to handle this. No way. This is a next-gen game. This is... Hopefully, I hope this rivals Cyberpunk. I don't know if it's going to. It's not going to, probably.
Yeah.
But
I mean, from the, longtime fans like yourself, I'm sure it will, but as far as the overall gaming community, I've definitely heard a lot about Cyberpunk, so
it's huge. CD Projekt Red is taking over, guys. I'm telling you. They are the new Bethesda, Konami, everything great. Witcher. I think, CD Projekt Red's coming out swinging. But it's going to be a good debate, Death Stranding versus Cyberpunk. I don't think we got too much of I don't think we got any Cyberpunk at State of Play, but another hitter, it's going to be huge. A lot of these companies vying for the top spot. Medieval, short-lived, another Medieval game coming out that was announced. Yeah. It's pretty cool, obviously a long time from the PS1. You can download a demo right now, so please check that out. A hack and slash game. Hack and slack. I didn't play too much of Medieval, so I'll have to check that one out.
the arcade, I think.
Civilization 6 coming out. I know you liked.
Oh, yeah.
You introduced me to Civilization Revolution about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So.
That was the first Civ game that I actually really got into, just because it was more kid-friendly, I think, with the animation. But yeah, the Civ 6 coming out.
Well, it's been out since 2016 on PC, but now it's... Well,
for consoles, it does look pretty good with its animations.
November 22nd. Keep that release date in mind. Just another reason for your wallet to be completely empty.
Yeah, this is going to be... Oh, man. This holiday season is going to be a bummer.
Are you going... So, would you rather get this for the Switch? Because it's already out for the Switch. You can play it mobile. Or... Well, you don't care about PS4, Xbox One, I guess, right?
No, I probably only would buy one, especially since the development for next gen's pretty much underway.
I think 7 will be out by then. Because
Yeah.
it's been out for 3 years already. So I would say the time to hop on this is very soon. I think this is the big hype, the big peak for Civ 6. You know, Civilization games are huge, and you can lose entire summers, years, whatever to it.
Yeah,
Um,
is
very
quite
grindy
an
based.
intensive game. I can only imagine.
Mr. Sid Meier knew what he was doing. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, ultimate strategy game, no doubt.
So, I think I don't think State of Play was as bad as people say. I think it was pretty short from what it seems, like 30, 40 minutes. That's the new standard, I guess, Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
Nintendo Direct set a standard. People are trying to copy them yet again. People like to give Nintendo crap, but they come out swinging with their innovation.
Yeah,
You know, I think comparing this to Nintendo Direct, I think they have a lot of work to do.
sure. I mean, maybe it's just Sony laying low. I mean, they got a lot on their plate as well with all
Mhm.
this. I think Nintendo just has those really big hitter titles.
They just have it on lock. They just have the big franchises.
Yeah.
Zelda and Mario's already all you need, but they're throwing out other stuff like
Well,
Luigi's Mansion.
Plus,
you know?
they're doing the online stuff too. So I mean, that's something PlayStation already kind of have.
Yeah.
But since Switch is now getting into it and releasing a bunch of retro games left and right, then it's like, whoa, this is definitely
We can't keep up.
Yeah,
It's crazy, and you know you get some stuff that's lost in the shuffle. Maybe I think PlayStation, well, especially them already not having much. It's weird. They go through ebbs and flows. Or Sony, you know, sometimes they'll
Sure.
be making some questionable decisions, like with crossplay
mm-hmm.
and other things. But then you know they're offering some stuff, but how big is it? You know, I think they might just be phoning it in because they're already getting so much PS5 hype up. But you know, how is this going to hurt? How much is the Switch going to catch up?
Yeah.
You're
Well,
hearing everything about the Switch. You're not hearing much about Xbox One.
Yeah. Xbox what? Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't heard of them. And
Xbox Project Scarlet.
yeah, it's
That's
been a
actually the
while.
next thing.
That should be hopefully getting some information on that.
I want to see a 40-minute Microsoft showing now
Yeah, me
of
too.
games. Because, come on. We need to get Bill Gates. Get some hype going here.
Get him back in the game.
Get his
here.
children, get his grandchildren here. You know? No, but, yeah, a little bit of state of play there.
A lot of VR stuff released too. Five Nights at Freddy VR.
This is for state of play.
Yeah, LA
Oh, wow.
Noir.
Cool. That game's still alive from 2009. I'm
yeah,
glad to
just
see
VR,
that.
but-
10 years. That's crazy.
Yeah. Remastered there, so that's cool.
And what other VR? I was looking into like a VR headset, like the best one to get.
Really?
So I don't know, like if anything's worth it. You see there.
Here, there's Trevor Saves the Universe came out end of May of this year. From the creator of Rick and Morty.
Right.
As VR, everybody's golf VR by Clap Hands.
Apparently that's fun. I'd check
Um,
that out.
It'd be cool. A VR golfing game.
Space Channel 5 VR. So we've seen. Okay. So Sega has their hand dipped in a couple things here. I know they have Choo Choo Rocket on the Apple Arcade. They have Space Channel 5 VR now. I don't know how worth it that is for VR. Like, it's so hard when you're going in so many different directions like this.
Yeah.
It's so weird what to pick.
Well, PlayStation definitely has a good stand on their VR equipment and games, so I think they can just do that, like release games like that, just, especially, and then they got Insomniac Games, which I know does, pretty good work with virtual reality. So I think they can be spread out like that,
Want some VR Ratchet and Clank, and I want them to take back Spyro and do some VR Spyro.
VR Spyro, you literally sleep with your headset on.
VR Spyro, no, but seriously, like moving forward, because I know they're moved on from Spyro, but I think Spider-Man VR,
Ooh,
that'd be crazy. That
do
would
you think they're
convince me to buy a VR. That's it, Sony. I'm laying down the challenge. I think he can agree. He can
Yeah.
attest. Spider-Man VR will get you to sell. And a special edition Spider-Man VR headset that's like red and blue or whatever,
Oof.
you're gonna sell. It's gonna
Or
look
like-
slick with the PS4.
Or the Spider-Man Noir like style, like black and
The lenses, yeah.
That's crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if they are actually trying to work on that. I mean, with how successful Spider-Man.
Well, if Insomniac is invested into VR, please.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's happening right now.
It's crazy where Insomniac's gone. It really is in the last 20 or so years.
Yeah,
So, I'm glad.
I've always liked them.
Yeah. So, things are looking up for State of Play. That's the diagnosis I have on that. Showing stuff like this, they could really get something going, I think.